Alrighty. Did Kape get robbed,
Get moving with the plan to finish
or
black.
was there just a close fight? Okay. I tend to think that the judges got this one wrong, along with a lot of other people. I think they got this one wrong. Kape lost the first round clearly, in my opinion. The second round, he won clearly, in my opinion. And in the third round, I think he won fairly decisively. Didn't dominate the third round. He did not. He did not win head and shoulders over. It was not a 10-8 round, but I think he had a pretty decisive edge. Okay, and I say edge because that's what I mean. I mean, and it was a pretty decisive edge, which is a slight advantage. But the slight advantage, in my opinion, it was apparent. But what the hell do these judges look for, and when are they going to set a criteria for these judges? Because you cannot. It's literally subjective judging, and with that subjectivism, you can't. It leaves room for so much interpretation. So, if one judge is looking for one thing and sees one thing as dominant, and another judge sees another thing and sees that as dominant, okay? And there's two different things. Pretty much, as long as these judges can explain why they picked something and what round they were talking about in the action, then it's okay. There's no criteria laid out for them to follow. Therefore, no one can no one can refute what they're saying. No one can refute their judgment. No one can challenge their judging because there's no criteria. There's nothing to base it on. There's nothing to put next to it and say, hey, this is this, and this is what this fighter A did, and this, and this is what this fighter B did. This is the criteria, and fighter A matched more criteria throughout this fight than fighter B. But they don't have that set up. So we can get all of these different types of judgments and all these different types of decisions because there's no criteria. Lay a criteria down for these judges so that way we can start to see some more consistency because we get lopsided judging all the time in this sport. And you know what? I think sometimes that's a part of why this sport is so intriguing as well. Because let's be honest, there are plenty of fights that go back to the cards and you just do not know. And you are a lying piece of you know what if you say you do. And I'm talking to the real fans who really watch. I'm not talking to the casuals. I'm not talking to the every now and thens, to the fair weathers, to the I'll watch when I see a big name fighter fans. I'm talking about the guys who watch this. There are plenty of fights that you see that go back to the judges and you're just like, yo, I don't know. Either way, I wouldn't be mad and I wouldn't want to have that job. When it's like that, that's when you just like, man, because I am a firm believer in the draw. I think they need to use the draw more because there's not somebody doesn't lose every time. And I believe that. I don't believe that there has to be a loser every time in this because there's a set amount of time. And in that time, one fighter can do equal amount of damage as another. Give and take. I believe that, you know. But I do not believe that this was a draw. I don't believe I don't believe robbery, because robbery is whenever I say, okay, it's just head and shoulders that one fighter won and that fighter did not get credited for a win. That's what I call robbery. This is it's just another case of judges not having, any criteria set for them. MMA house on MMA block in the middle of MMAville. We keep it real. Let me know what y'all think.